Yay. Yeah. Oh, there's Maureen. My dog's losing his mind. Oh, whatever he delivered it. Hey, Maureen.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Bo's losing his mind because the UPS man's outside.
Oh boy. Oh
That
boy.
UPS man, you know what it is one UPS man way back gave him a biscuit.
Oh,
So from now on, they should just give them biscuits to give out. That would solve all the problems in the world.
Yes. Yes, it would.
Mm. So what is up?
Not a whole lot.
I just got back. I'm off schedule now. I was down there instead of where I was supposed to be. Now I'm not going tomorrow morning like I usually go because I just got back yesterday.
Until he says, Lisa, I miss you. Of course, I
Well, you
can't
got
do the
me
deep,
figured out, huh?
sexy voice. I can't
Yeah.
do the deep, sexy voice, but
Well, I guess that's pretty transparent, huh?
you know what though? It's great that you have somebody who does that for you.
Yes, that is awesome, huh? Oh, yeah. Nothing excited happened on the way down and back. Usually there's something. Oh, I parked. The whole thing down there is all about parking. Yeah, me and Donna are like, what the hell? Because you live out in the country like me, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole different world. The currency is a parking spot. That's everybody, right. So I got down there and I was so happy because there were a whole bunch of spots when I got there on Monday morning really early. It was a holiday, so I wasn't sure. Usually in the summer, when school's out, there's not a lot of spots. So I think there must be teachers that live on the street or something. But anyway, they have this thing where they street sweep on one side on Tuesdays and on the other side on Fridays. So I neglected to remember that I was there on a different day than I usually am. I didn't get a ticket, but Monday I parked on the side that has to be clear. So I had to get up and move it the next day. But still, I didn't get a ticket. That's a plus. And all the way down there, all the way back, I didn't have to drive in the rain. That's a
Oh, that's
plus.
always good. That's always good.
That's always good. Somebody messaged me. I gotta watch what I'm doing. Somebody messaged me and said, one of my friends just saw you on the Merit. Hope I wasn't doing anything stupid. Like, I don't know. You never know, huh?
Yeah, you just yeah.
So I was what the cards I was doing, I don't know if you saw this. I said something about a Tuesday, I think. I don't even know what day we went. Sunday. Yeah, so Sunday. So I said something about Tuesday. I had like lunch or no, it was lunch with Jeff's daughter.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's funny. I've only met Jeff twice. Now I've met his daughter, the daughter and the husband, and the little grandson Noah. He's cute as a button. I think he's 5. He's talking and everything, but he's a little teeny peanut. He's so cute. You know, how some kids they stay little teeny and then all of a sudden they get big. He's probably one of them. But yeah, he was a bundle of energy, cute little kid. Cute as all get out. So hey Valerie,
Hi, how are you?
is it rain? Oh, you got my necklace on. Look at you.
I think I sold two today.
Oh, awesome. I gotta put that back on this morning because I'm wearing these other earrings though. What did I do with the necklace? There it is. Um, I'm
The
wearing
woman that
these.
I sold the Arabesque collection with,
What's that
I brought
necklace?
her another order. This is like her third order. And when I walked in, she goes, Oh my God, I think I even love this better than the first one. And I don't have the earrings, but I have the bracelet and the necklace. And I said, She goes, Is this current? And I said, It's in this book. You go right ahead.
Well,
And
you
then we
should
went
get
over
the
to the,
earrings before they sell out though,
Oh, okay. You
and they're
think they
not
might?
heavy. Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
good. But
Because just
yeah,
because
so
I think this is one of those that you're gonna later
it's
on
gonna
go, "Hmm,
go.
I wish I had got them." Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted your
But
story.
no, and then we went over to the T-Mobile store, and the young woman, she's 35 years old, she looked at me and she goes, I was wearing something different. I was wearing like a white shirt, so this really showed up. And she goes, wow, that is lovely. She goes, and so I'm like, here you go. Here's the book.
Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. No, I only say that about the earring because I've done that a bunch. Is like I like these earrings with it too. So
Yes.
sometimes I convince myself that I'm not going to care that I don't have the matching ones, and then as soon as they sell out, I regret
It's like, dang, yeah.
it. So I get it for you. That the earrings are actually my favorite part, and they're
Okay.
not
And
Mhm.
they're light.
they're very light. They're, matter of fact, they're
Actually,
just like these.
this is
Very
light. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
very
light.
light compared to what it looked like. I thought it was going to be a heavy piece. Whenever they use the word statement, I'm thinking, brace yourself.
Yeah.
It's gonna be heavy. But I don't know. I like these too just because they're a little bit wild. So
Yeah. Very
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Did you see that video, Slim Sherry, that one? She's got a blue streak in her hair. I like something that she said though. Somebody was giving her crap about coloring her hair and how it doesn't look professional, all that. She went on a little rant about it. But it's funny, she said, seeing something along the lines of an older gal with blue with shocking color hair like that just means that they're healing in full color.
There you go. Like
That,
that.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
I like that. That was pretty spiffy.
I
So
like her. She's pretty funny.
she's funny. So anyway, back to the card situation. Okay, so I went to lunch with um, Jeff's daughter, Lindsay, and the husband, Jonathan, and little boy, Noah. It's funny, they were asking what I thought they should go to, and I told them uh, Valerie Clark's Trading Post. But I didn't know the bears aren't awake yet from the hibernation, so that's not as fun if you can't look at the bears. But still, um, I took a bunch of pictures, and they particularly don't like you to put pictures of the little boy on Facebook. They just have a thing about it. So I
Hmm.
didn't I didn't post them. I think I'm gonna post just me and her maybe because she gave me a beautiful scarf and I wanted to post something about that. I just didn't do it yet. But they made great pictures for the thank you card. So I didn't do a thank you card separate, which I probably can do that too. What I did was how I ended up being part of their family practically is whenever I see Whitney, which is the older daughter, or Lindsay, the younger daughter, post pictures of the kids, I pull it off and send it to Jeff's ex-wife, because she's the mom, and then the two daughters. So even if the pictures are of Lindsay's Noah, Whitney would want to see it too, because she's aren't Whitney, right? So I send it to four people all the time. So I sent this set of pictures, and I did. I think I did the one with me and her on the front where she gave me the scarf and we took a picture. Um, and then I took pictures of everybody's food with them, and then a table shot. So I put all those pictures in a card in a threefold, wrote something in the middle, and then thank you for making me feel part of the family. And then I sent it to Jeff and his ex-wife and the two girls. So I did put something in there like, isn't the scarf perfect? Thank you, Lindsay. But it still went to everybody. So I think I still need to send her a special thank you just by itself. But I thought I'd start with that. So that's my first first this morning. And I was thinking I'm starting to record for the new show. I got a new show I'm doing, and I use Chat GPT to do the names of it. And I'm doing the Real People, Real Impact. Is I'm recording the first one today with Emma Koski. So I'm going to want to come up with when I did Monday Morning Madness and did the interviews, I came up with a card template kind of so that I could easily make the card for the other people that I was going to interview. So I want to do that with this too. That way I have something already. I can just change it up with there. And what I did was use the graphic that I made to promote the interview. So I've got to do that first thing. So did you happen to see the graphic for the new show? You mind if I show you that?
No, go ahead.
I'll show you. And so it's going to be a version of this to do to promote the show itself, right? And then let me see here. And then I'll be using the one with the two, me and them. So basically, where is it? This is I did this in Canva. Okay, so that's just a promo for the show itself without any details or anything. So how I'm going to do the ones that promote an individual interview is have the same color scheme with that and the same bubbles, but have two bubbles, one me smaller and one the guest bigger. The guest would be way bigger. And then underneath the guest, the contact information for the guest, because that's the whole point is to drive business to them or whatever they're doing. So if they're like Emma Koski's doing a florist out of her house here in town, and she also was in the play. So I want to put the thing about the florist in her graphic. And then once I have that graphic, I can just easily fix it for every guest to be them, you know what I mean, the new person. And then I take that graphic and put it on the front of the card for the thank you note. So, and with Monday Morning Madness, I included brownies with every guest. So I'll probably either do that or something similar. What's your new favorite go-to gift? Are you still doing brownies or you don't have one? No,
Brownies.
I do. I tend to do the junior. I'll show you the junior sampler there. Let me see if I can move this.
I do have a quick question while you're looking for that. When
Yes.
you like when I'm sending out my Avon, of course I have all my Avon information, but
Hmm.
now I'm starting to send out my gratitudes. Do you still keep all of your Avon information on the card?
I do,
You
but
do.
I I think if you keep it all on, I even keep it on there when I send a sympathy card, which some people cringe about. But if I have it on there all the time, it doesn't seem weird that I have it on there for a sympathy card because it's always on there. Whenever you get a card from me, it's going to have that on the back. And
Okay.
the way I include if I do something else is I have the link tree URL in the bottom part. So I usually have my Avon thing, and on my envelope it says "Your Avon Lady," Lisa Wilber, your Avon Lady. Um, but it's on all of my stuff. Have I had somebody say something? Yeah, you're going to have some people say something like that one that tried out for the play, and then she had a problem with every part of everything, including me. So I know it wasn't me, it was her, but but she's one that you so you're going to have people like her.
Hmm.
And she said, I didn't give you permission to market your business to me. But to me, if it's on everything, well, you get what you get.
Yeah.
Then don't be in my orbit. If you can't if you
And
can't ignore a little marketing, then don't be in my little orbit over here. Stay in
yeah.
your own orbit. But I wouldn't feel bad about putting it. I know at first I was thinking, oh, on the back of a sympathy card, oh cringe. But then I'm thinking if it's on everything, it's on everything. It's just going to be on everything and people have to live with it. But rarely, she's, I think, only I can't even think of another person that said anything to me. They may not like it, but right. I've had somebody say, can you not come to my thing in your van? I'm like, no. I'm right. I'm like, I'm a package set. Either,
See,
either you
and
get it or you don't. But that's so rare compared to the positiveness. Yeah. So tell me your thoughts on why you were asking that. Were you afraid of a negative?
Yes, I thought so. I mean, I haven't received one, but I've just started sending out the gratitudes
Mhm.
and the non. I mean, I when I first entered with send out cards, I just basically it was getting out there, Avon, Avon, Avon.
Yeah.
But now I want to make sure that I use everything, to its fullest and for the gratitude and, things like that. And I just said, gee, are people going to, I mean, it's not going to have all the Avon pictures inside. It's going
Well,
to
I
be more
think
the
right.
gratitude.
And I think if you're like the front of the card, the inside two panels of the card are about your message of gratitude and whatever it is,
Right,
and you don't say anything about your business at all,
right,
the
right.
fact that it's on the back, I
It's
mean,
fine.
it says Hallmark on the back of a Hallmark card,
That's
yeah.
true.
and we all don't have some reaction to that. So I just think if I were you, I would just pick a position and stick with it. That way, if you do get somebody say something, just say it's on all of them.
Mm.
I don't change it for each individual card. I just have it on all of them, on
I
all
mean, I'm
94,000
I'm
of the ones I sent. I,
well, like you said, the percentage that you've received that is so small that
right,
it's
right.
Valerie, what happened
yes.
to me once, and which I thought this was, and this is the stupidest thing, and that's why I started my own card group. But I had mailed out probably 500 cards in this one group I was in, this card sending group. And then I went in one day and I wasn't in the group. I couldn't find the group, it was gone. So I messaged somebody else that I had become friendly with, and she's like, yeah, I can't find your name. So she told me who the admin was, and come to find out, one person complained about me having my information on the envelope,
Okay.
and they kicked me out of the group because they didn't know what I was doing with the addresses. And I said to the lady, you could have asked me what I was doing with the addresses because I'm sending cards. That's all I'm doing. And she's like, well, we have to protect the people. And I said, I get that. I understand that completely. I said, but you should have asked me what I was doing with the addresses because they made it sound like that I was marketing to them. And I'm like, no, it's on every envelope. And the woman said, if you want to come back into our group, you have to remove that. And at first I thought about it. And then that Lisa popped in my head and I was like, nope. And I complained to my husband for like 2 days and he kept saying, start your own group. Just start your own group. Just
Yeah.
start your own group. And that's what I did. I started my own group, but I don't put my information on the back only because I don't have a good picture yet. So once I get a good picture, I go back to putting my information. But right now, sometimes I do the hearts that are like
Oh
bursting,
yeah,
or I do the graph that I made that says from my heart to your mailbox.
yeah.
So,
I wouldn't worry either way because no matter what you do, there's gonna be somebody that's a Karen, right?
mhm.
Right. So I think the trick is to know that ahead so that when she pops up and has some problem, you'd be like, well, I'm not your gal, whatever you're, whatever you just need to move along in your own universe because I'm not the one you're looking for. I'm not the droid you're looking for. So, right, right. Because I think by and large, I think people yeah, and with that group, what made me think right away is living in this little bitty small town. I bet you see this, Donna, because you live in a small town, right? Yeah. Um, like it's like that show Parks and Rec. The person in charge of whatever thinks that they are big and powerful in a little bitty small town when really they're king shit on Turd Mountain. I mean, I mean, A little bit. Oh, you know who used to be like that is the person that got voted president of the trailer park where I used to live. They would always be having all these wild rules and yelling at people and everything because they had a power trip being president of the trailer park in little old Ware, New Hampshire. And whenever they come up and yell, I would just not even have any reaction whatsoever and just keep telling myself, you're president of the trailer park in Ware, New Hampshire, which is like this big. But I mean, some people, that's the biggest thing that's ever going to happen to them in their whole life. So I just try to get away from it as fast as I can and not let it change what I'm going to do. Because I think that's the hard, isn't that the trick though? When you get negative feedback, you're so tempted to think,
Yeah.
oh, I bet a lot of people feel that way and aren't saying anything to me, or I don't want to offend people, and it's easy to get sucked into that. You have to know ahead that that's going to happen and just say, you know what, this has been working for me. I'm just going to keep on with my strategy, and I'm not going to let that person throw me off my strategy.
Because my envelope as well says, your Avon lady.
Hmm.
So it's going to be on the return label as well as on the
Yeah,
back
and
page.
I
But
don't think there's anything wrong with that. Matter of fact, like the play people, by and large, I don't think I've had many of them order from me. I know I've gotten referrals from them and stuff, but it wasn't about that for me. I sent them all gratitude cards because I want them to come back and be in another play and stuff. But the fact that they all know this is what I do is important to me, though. So to me, that's part of people finding out what I do. You know what I mean? When I send
mhm.
stuff out, I don't know. It just is what it is. Did you want to say something, Donna? You look like you had a.
Yeah, I mean, it's who you are. So,
Right,
that would be like, not putting your name on there because somebody wants
right.
someone to know who you are. That's it.
Yeah. And I think there's gonna be people that are annoyed by it, but usually the people that are annoyed by it aren't doing anything themselves. So you just have to
Yeah.
release them to move on to release them out to the universe, right?
See, I got a card the other day from somebody, and she says to me, I hope you are doing well. I used to sell Avon many years ago. Be well. So I get cards like that a lot that say, I used to sell Avon or something. But other than that, and I had
Yeah,
one
or they
lady
want to
ask
tell
me to
you
send her a book.
that's pretty much telling you her Avon story. She wanted to tell you the
Exactly.
connection. Yeah, I think that's cute. I get
Yeah.
that a lot too. Yeah, they'll tell me
Yeah.
that they used to sell, or they remember the little lipsticks, or they'll say something. Where if you didn't send the card and didn't have that on that, they wouldn't necessarily know if they don't live near you.
Right. And that's why I liked being in that group. I mean, I have since started my own and then I'm in a couple of others. But it wasn't I put it on there because like you guys say, it's who I want to be. That's who I want to be known as that. It wasn't, hey, you know what? I'm going to join this group and send all these people cards so they buy Avon from me. That wasn't my thought. My thought was my whole perspective is has changed over the years, and it's more what I can do for you than what you can do for me. And
Service.
all I want to
Yeah,
do is send
service.
send kindness and happiness out into the world. And I was really upset when I got kicked out of that group because I was like, all I'm doing is sending kindness.
It's funny that she would say something like, we're trying to protect the members from anybody marketing to them. Who's protecting them from Burger King or Walmart,
Exactly.
or because we get bombarded by the big companies that have an Amazon that we see an Amazon truck, you can't even go outside without seeing one. And
No,
no one's protecting you from that, but your next door neighbor who's trying to muscle out a living doing a direct sales company, we got to protect you from that.
right. And
So
speaking of that, what's really funny is I'm trying to figure out who bought the listing for this because some of you might know, but when Sean and I got married, I did not take Sean's last name. I kept my maiden name because Sean's name is very every it's a well-known last name,
Well, you
and
got to
mine's
tell me what
not.
it is. You got to tell
His
us what it
last name
is.
is Johnson.
Oh, okay.
So I
Yeah,
didn't take it.
yeah, you'd be like Jane Doe, Maureen
Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah.
So here's the funny thing. We get advertisements in the mail addressed to Sean DeGregory.
So they must have
Um,
got it from you. You were on the list and they just assumed.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. So I'm like, who even? But yeah, so
Well, let's talk for a minute about what I put out there that we were going to talk about because we want to circle that tree because half the time we don't even talk about what I said we are going to talk about, but let's give it a whirl, shall we? um, but for business owners or small business owners, I don't know about you guys, but I do things like for years, me and my mother did a ladies' night where they could come and we had our stuff on special deals and we had things that they could do that night, like make a gift basket or we sold ornaments that you could write their name in gold pen on it. And we sold those while I sat there and did everybody's ornaments with their names on them one year. But we try to make it fun for everybody. We used to get big turnouts for that. But I use send out cards to help promote that. So in send out cards, your database, you can sort it by zip code. So I would get the towns that are right around me and start early, like a month and something out, and send a few every day to people that either didn't know or I wasn't going to see. And but now we've learned so much more about what we can put in things. We could do a QR code to the map of where we're located. We could do, if it's like a wedding invitation, you could do a QR code to the gift registry. I mean, there's just so many things. Can you think of some things that would work in an invitation?
Well, that was one thing I wanted to do in our invitation was to put a map to the park, which is just up the street from where I live, but I was outvoted.
Oh, because I think what I've done before is a screenshot of MapQuest,
Yeah.
right? And but that's all I did because that was a while back. That was for a Halloween party the kid had. But now I think I would do a QR code to the URL of directions or something because you could send them to MapQuest or whatever, Google Maps, and have the address in there of where they're going to, like your house, and then they just have to fill in their house. I think you could do that on with a QR code. But why did they vote no on that? Because that seems like it would be oh, you didn't ask, you just got downvoted and that was it. I do that sometimes. Carry on, let's just do it. Right. Yeah, I do that
It's not
sometimes.
a fight I'm going to fight.
I thought it was good about the gift registry though, and they have that for not just weddings, but like my kid always sends me his Amazon wish list. Right, of course, that one year I lost my mind and got him everything he asked for that was ridiculous. Why didn't you guys stop me from that? What was I doing? What was I doing? Right. So now he sends me lists thinking I'm getting it all. I'm like, well, wait a minute now. Right. So, but I think that's because a lot of people do have wish lists or Amazon lists or gift registry if you get married. I think that's a valid
Oh,
thing. Yeah. You know when what the one I don't know if I've got one to show you. When we did the pig roast, that Avon paid for. I'll say that quick because I'm not sure if you knew that one, Valerie, but they had this incentive in leadership. Um, and the incentive was uh if you won the incentive, and I don't even remember what we had to do, but it was for leaders only, so had to either do with recruiting or the volume you did or something you would be able to choose where the fourth quarter Christmas rally was in your region. And I'm sure they thought anybody that won that was going to pick Foxwoods or somewhere Boston, something big. So I got it. And when Donna Miles called me, she's one of the old corporate people. Donna called me and said, so happy you won the incentive. Where do you want to have the fourth quarter rally? And I had already thought this through. I said, my backyard. I want to have it in my backyard. And Donna was nonplussed. It was awesome. She said, oh, Lisa, that's so exciting. Do you mind if I call you back? And she called me back. It was like a day or something later. She called me back. Would you take $5,000 instead and not have it there? I'm like, yes, I would. That was more than I thought that they would offer me. I figured they'd try to buy me out of that. So I took the $5,000 and there was other things going on that I wrapped into it so that I could have the biggest event as possible. But that was the first one when Randy Smith, one of the other senior executive unit leaders, his wife had ALS and died. She was the one that did Avon. So he was riding his motorcycle around the country raising money to get a wing named after her at the ALS place. I wrapped that in with it too, because he was trying to get us all to have a stop in his bike tour. So that happened too, and a bunch of people came here. But that $5,000 we did a big pig roast for. And one of the things I did for the SendOutCards invite, because I sent them to all my local downline that was here and everybody else that was I had addresses for, but it was a three panel, and I put like I did this both times I did the pig roast, like a checklist in there. Like I put the activity that was available with a little box because I was thinking it would be like I don't want to say treasure hunt, but you know what I mean? Like a something you can do when you go somewhere and you know what all of it is and you decide what you want to do and check it off. So like we had a photo booth at the second one. We had where you throw the baseball and dunk somebody. We had that at the first one. We had bounce house. So I had all that stuff listed on one of the panels that I made in Canva. And then it had a box they could check it off if they wanted to. So I made sure I had a whole list of stuff. Why it worked good, I think, is because you're looking at that going, oh, there's a bunch of stuff going on that day. We're not just going to be sitting there talking to each other and not have anything to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it made it seem more exciting. But yeah, and then when the second one happened, I had all the pictures for the first one for the invite, which was helpful because the first one I paid cherry picker truck to come take they didn't have drones, or at least it wasn't common like they are now. So I paid the cherry picker truck to take a picture of all the people here at the house.
Wow.
So I have some really good pictures of
Nice.
all of it.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll have to post that in the group because those are fun. But
Nice.
yeah, and what happened the second time, they had, oh, I know, we got money again. We got 5,000 again, and it was for Diamond Club or something. The first time you made Diamond Club, you got 5,000 or something, but you're supposed to use it. They said the second time they said they wanted you to use it to help your team. So I was thinking the most team members, I'll do another pig roast because that way I see dozens of people usually. Most of the other seniors though picked their top people and just sent them something, or one of my leaders took her top 3 or something to Vegas and stuff. But I didn't think that was the top people already get so much that I thought I wanted to include more people. But anyway, that was just me. So that was, yeah. I was so glad I thought of that though. My backyard.
That was awesome.
I could hear Donna Miles going, oh no. She had to go back and tell somebody that. So, hey, Joanne, there you are. Joanne probably remembers that whole thing. I betcha.
Yes, I do.
Do you remember that with Randy coming riding around the country?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, that was funny. That was that first one was when Randy was here and Lee Bibb and Molly were here and Lee's blind, right? So Lee says to me, oh, what I wouldn't give to ride on that Harley. And I said, God, you're in luck. Randy's giving rides. He'll take you for a ride. And Bib's like, mm-mm. I know this is ridiculous, isn't it? He's like, no. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me. Because I just found out about the man rules, the man village rules when this all happened. So I look at him, I said, the two of them are standing there right in front of me. I said, don't tell me. There's some reason that you can't ride on the motorcycle together. And I said, doesn't he like get a pass for being a blind guy? I mean, how can that be bad? He's blind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they both sat there and they both thought about it. They coordinate this. They both thought about it for a second and went, mm-mm, no. I mean, that's crazy. And not only that, they're up here, no one knows them. I mean, they're not even from anywhere near here. No one they know is ever going to see them riding on a motorcycle together. And yet, they can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, Joanne, that was funny. I wish you'd come up. That was fun, Joanne. So, yeah, that was interesting. That time, you know what I did? I sent the people that came to help, like Molly came and cooked, but there was a bunch of people that came and did something like that. Yeah, they weren't going to leave the cooking to me, but not then. And have you done canvas prints? Canvasprints.com? Actually, SendOutCards had something like that before that. That's how I knew about the idea. They don't do that anymore, but this other company, I think it's easycanvasprints.com. Easy Canvas Prints. I'll show you here because it's pretty interesting. Whoop, except I didn't share a screen, so I was just gonna show myself that for a minute there. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's Easy Canvas Prints. Whoop, whoop. And you can get any picture on a canvas print. So that's what they look like. You just get any picture you want on any size canvas you want. So I did a collage one of a whole bunch of the pictures from the pig roast and sent it to the people that helped. And you can make each one separate using Canva or whatever you're going to use. So I sent of course, the thank you card separate and sent the canvas print. So I've still got mine. I know Molly's got hers because I see it in the background when she's recording sometimes. But yeah, I think those things are important. Do you guys like when I just went through about 4 or 5 days where I had a bunch of stuff going on. Now I'm sitting here looking back, taking notes on who needs to get cards over it. Do you do that too?
Actually, when the phone call came in, and I paused you guys, it was the construction company. They're coming out tomorrow to continue working on the bathroom. So I was like, hey, can you tell me who the guys were here the other day? So she told me, and so I wrote them down because I'm going to send them a thank you card. And then I got her name so I can send her a card. And the guys that come tomorrow, it's going to be it's got another company coming out tomorrow, so I'll get all their names.
Oh, awesome.
Yep. And then hopefully my bathroom will be done hopefully by the second week or the third week of June.
And I don't know what we talked about last week, but YouTube wouldn't let me put the replay up. I don't think it's up now. I uploaded it. They took it down and said that we were talking about getting people's information. So I'm not sure. Which is crazy. It's probably automated. It's crazy because the scammers can buy a million gobs of information and we mentioned talking about it and we're going to have a problem. So, but if you ever don't see a replay up, that's what happened. But yeah, so they were happy to give you the address.
Yes. Yeah, I got all their information and everything. So
yeah, Joanne, I think she said, what were they doing listening to what we're talking about? I think what happens isn't that they listen I don't think a person listens. I think they run all the videos through software that pulls out the words. And if there's certain words, like we probably said something about how you get information, how you get somebody's information or something like that. We probably said something. I did contest it, so I didn't look to see whether they gave me an exception or not, but I don't know what we said, so I don't know what to be careful about. But if
I
you
wonder
ever
if it
don't
was
find
the
a
W
replay, that's
page.
it.
The W page.
Right. That's probably it. Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny. But
Can
that's
you
still a good
can
thing
you
for
put
me.
on share so I can show you some of my
Yeah,
cards I've been working on this week?
absolutely. That's a great idea. I think you should be able to share now.
Let me see. Share. Perfect. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you.
Okay. So here's what I've worked on this week. Okay, ready? Oh, I gotta move you guys. I'll move you to the other side. Okay. So one of the cards that I worked on this week was all in Chat GPT. Is one of the ladies is turning 60. So I thought I would do like a retro theme.
Oh, nice.
So they did that for me. And then it's only a 2 panel, but then they did the 60th, they
Oh,
made ChatGPT made the word
oh,
search. And
nice.
then they did this 60 sprinkles of joy, laughter, and a little bit of mischief, wishing you a birthday as fun as your spirit. And then Valerie, this is one of my backs from my heart to your mailbox that I created. So that's
So,
one of them.
do you know where to find your other backs now? I haven't been able to find my other
It
backs.
it took me a while, but I did, Lisa. So if you come over here to add a back panel, the purple,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah,
there's your other backs.
yep, or you could use the system ones.
Okay.
So, but then here's all
Okay.
the other ones. Yeah, so you have to come over here to the purple one.
Okay. Awesome. I
Okay.
thought that was just creating one. I didn't realize the old ones were there. I should have just
Yeah,
clicked everything. Thank you.
you're welcome. And then this is my other one that I was working on. Oop, let me move you guys again. See y'all.
I like
Okay.
me. Look at me.
Oh yeah,
Being
look at
tall,
you.
being tall, dark, and handsome.
Yep. You should be getting this next week.
Oh, awesome.
So I had ChatGPT because I couldn't find a 4th of July that I liked. So I asked ChatGPT to create one for me. Come on. So
Oh,
this
that's
is,
so cute.
yep. And then I put the
Oh,
4th of
nice.
the watermelon. Then I put a little thing. I wish you the little family circus. I wish we were watching on TV. Then we could just push the pause button, freeze the picture.
Oh,
And then I just did a color page.
that's nice.
And then, whoops, I always forget that I have to go to the bottom flap. And then I just, happy 4th of July. May your burgers be juicy, your fireworks loud, and your neighbor not start lighting them at 7 a.m. Here's to freedom, fun, and pretending potato salad is a vegetable.
Oh, awesome.
Um, and that was all done in chat. This was done in Chat GPT.
Awesome.
And then my back. So that's another one. And then go back over here, continue without saving. What else did I do this week? What other one did I do? I did this one, Christmas in July, because I have a group that's asked that are switching. So Christmas in
Oh,
July.
that's cute.
And then I found this Christmas tree picture made out of seashells. And
You know,
then
I didn't even know you could, how you're navigating is different from how I navigate. That helps, that showing you doing that. Because I didn't know you could press that button in the left. I was just doing the arrow, the right and the
oh
left arrow. So I was paging through all the panels every time. I didn't know you could just hop around. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. And then I did ChatGPT, did, 3 fun facts about Christmas in July. Origins in the 1940s. The idea of Christmas in July first appeared in a 1940s movie. It caught on at summer camps for kids wanting a taste of the holidays. In Australia, July is midwinter, so many Aussies celebrate a cold weather Christmas then, just like the Northern Hemisphere. And Hallmark's channel plays Christmas movies all July long, bringing cozy vibes.
Nice.
And then the watermelon salad again. And then my flap. Who says we have to wait for December to spread some cheer? It's Christmas in July to grab your flip-flops, pour the cocoa over ice, and get ready to fa la 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 in the sunshine. Let's deck the balls with beach balls. Let's deck the halls with beach balls and sleigh ride through the summer fun. Wishing you merry vibes, cool treats, and warm hearts this sunny season.
I like Deck the Balls better. That was awesome.
And then the final one I did, that I sent out this week has been this one. It says this is for loss of a pet. With heartfelt sympathy, a precious little one that will never be forgotten. And now I got to do the arrow. I made this in Canva.
Nice.
Your wings were ready, but our hearts were not. And this, I don't know if you guys follow on TikTok, but Eddie and Chooch passed away this past weekend. So I got a picture of Chooch. And then in the back, I put, you have left my life, but you will never leave my heart.
Oh, that's so awesome. Did you have GPT make the paw print heart, or did you find that in Canva?
This one, I found
No.
that in
The other one.
the other one.
That
I
one.
don't know where I found that, to be honest. I'm not positive where I found that one.
No, because that's cute too. I like the one you did, the other one. That one you asked for in Chat GPT and it came up with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
awesome.
So those are some of the ones. And I mean, I have my normal ones. My happy birthday. I did a Father's Day. Starting to do the Father's Day. So my flamingo one that I sent. So, oh, I wonder who these two people are.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to show you the back so that way you can be surprised.
He's leaning down a little bit because he's actually a foot taller than me. We went to IHOP. We went to IHOP. When was that? Yesterday morning. No, it wasn't. I don't know what day today is. No, it wasn't yesterday, day before. I don't know what day. We went to IHOP one day. Right. Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I suppose I should do that too. Let me just show you a couple of mine that I did. Let's see, where are we? The front page. Well, most of mine this week, I think, weren't necessarily individual ones. They were, thank you. This is the one that I'm right now sending to my customers. So it has the two, yours is going faster than mine. I think my internet's run by squirrels today. But oh, as Valerie knows, there are probably squirrels at her house too. I didn't know you could do this. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Okay. I've been doing this the whole time, just that.
Oh,
Right. So I just put a whole bunch of stuff on the front, just random from I try to get all the categories. And then inside, I grabbed two of the info sheets that we get off of avon.com. And then I wrote something in the middle, just like here's a couple of my new favorite products. Then on the back, see, I do this every time instead of going to where I want to go. I reuse some of those pictures that I use to make my posts. So, the funny ones where I go, like that. That's what I did. So I was reusing them because these are to customers. I want to look fun and I want to look like you want to call me and give me an order. and that's what I want to look like. So that's why I included those particular pictures. And then my back's my regular back. But that's that. Let's see here. Continue without saving. But most of mine were thank you cards this week, I think. Pretty sure. Oh, except you can see. Oh, I don't want to show. Whoa, I showed it anyway. Well, you don't know who he is. That's Noah.
Mhm.
And then this is a thank you card for Bug Guard. This is a thank you card for that purchase. This right now is free with purchase, so somebody bought it and they got that free. All of these are thank you cards for purchases. This one over here is a play because I still am doing some of the play thank you ones. So, but most of mine this week have been purchases because I've got this new goal of I pretty much don't want to go to sleep until I've at least made a sale. So I'm making a sale every day. Some days it's been more than one sale. It's like, yay. So yay. I have a $1,000 increase this year. So I'm happy about that. But
Mhm.
anyway,
Are your
hey,
thank you? Oh, I'm sorry. Are your thank you cards different for each customer, or do you
yeah,
send like a okay, okay,
yeah. I don't know why I do that. And then I don't do them all. Like lately, my big thing has been look up what they bought and put those pictures on the front of the card and
okay?
send it. But for a while, I had favorite stock ones where I just grabbed one of their stock fronts and then
Yes.
put on the inside of it a bunch of pictures of products. I try to put a bunch of pictures of products of stuff they don't buy from me, just trying to entice them to buy something different or look at something different. But
Okay.
I'm not very creative with what I say. That's the only thing. I try to say something like it was great talking to you today, or I try to say something about what we said during
Mm-hmm.
the call, so to make it more personal. Or like I have a couple of customers that pick up here, and I'll say, "Thank you for picking up your order. Thank you for ordering and for picking it up at the customer pickup shed." So even though they asked to do it, I want to make sure I act like I'm appreciative of them doing that. But
Right.
yeah, but I mean, I suppose you could do one that you just doctor up for each individual one.
Yeah. I try to do I did a book the last last 2 weeks. And but I have to, change it, of course, because I don't want to send the same thank you note over and over again. But yeah, because sometimes I forget, so I'm in a rush and versus doing individual ones. My
Well,
brain don't won't work like that.
that's why I grab a one of their stock fronts. And then on the back, you can put a bunch of products, whatever you happen to have just used, just put a bunch of them. And then I see the part that I think sounds lame when I put it is I'll say, hope this card finds you enjoying the warmer weather and looking forward to his outdoor summer activities or whatever it is. Because if I don't know them that well, that's what I end up putting. Uh,
Okay.
but if I just saw him or I just talked to him on the phone, it's a lot easier because I'll say something about what we talked about. So sometimes I've gone to too is if it's a product that I know something about it, I'll say, I noticed you also like Odyssey. Did you realize that was launched in 1983? That or actually 81. Um, Odyssey is one of my favorites, and I was excited to see that you also like it or
Okay.
something like that, if I know something about it, or like Skin So Soft. I think there, if you look up, you could do Skin So Soft Avon trivia if you Google search that. At one point, Avon was saying that we sell, I think it's the Empire State Building full every year of Skin So Soft, something like that. But you could look up trivia about something they bought and throw that in there
Yeah,
because it
that's true.
you look like you know when really Google knew, right? Right. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
uh,
Thank you.
certainly. How are you doing?
Me?
Yes.
I'm going through a struggle.
Oh,
And it's a family battle.
oh,
But I'm gonna win in the end because God always wins. So I'm just having to go through the process.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm still cleaning out the apartment.
Oh wow. Yeah. I don't have to do that anymore because they got a trash removal service
Oh,
and threw everything away,
but I
including
mean,
furniture.
I probably should have done that though.
Well, if you don't want to, go through things and make sure you're not, throwing away anything you might want to keep, then yeah, that would be the way to go.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's taken me so long because I see something and it's new in the package. I know someone could use it, but what am I doing with it? They don't
Right.
necessarily want it donated. I don't want to keep it myself. I'm trying to not have any stuff. Right. So I just really should have just thrown everything out.
Yeah. I wish I would have done that too in some ways, but I did find a tub full of Avon products from way back when had to be when she
Oh,
started, because there were items I had never seen before.
oh, and they were in sellable condition. Oh,
Yes.
nice. Nice.
So some of them, we don't sell it anymore. So I'll probably give it as a gift, to my
Yeah.
customer. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that'll be great.
That's been the weird part is did I salvage enough to waste all of this time going through all of that stuff? No. But
No.
every once in a while, I'll be all excited because what did I find? The kid it had to been from the kid. It certainly wasn't my mother, but it looks like a miniature satellite dish. And
Oh.
and if you plug it in, which I have a cord for it, um, it charges your phone without plugging the phone in.
Oh
It
yeah, I
just
have one of those.
yeah.
Yes.
So I know it wasn't my mother's because I would have bought it if that was the case because she
That's
didn't like
right.
that stuff. So it was the kids and it was just laying in the middle of the kitchen floor without the cord. I have no some of the stuff I found over there, it's like
Yep. I understand. I do understand. And she had some of the same Avon jewelry that, I have, but she
yeah.
has a whole lot. She probably has
Oh,
you beat, Lisa, with
oh,
all the jewelry. And most of I can tell is Avon because some of it was still in the box. It
yeah.
was like, lady, but she had, I mean,
Yeah.
shoes, everything brand new. She had
That's
like
how
two
we're
smartwatches, never opened.
that's how we're doing the door prize with so much jewelry because she had yeah, a whole bunch too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I need to do. Start giving it as a little token of appreciation to customers or something.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Great idea.
I know.
Yes.
I know. Yeah, it was funny. Who did I say this to? Someone that knows my mother. Oh, I know Marion that used to work here. I found stuff over there that you sit there thinking, I wish I could ask her what is this and why do we have 10 of them? You know what I mean? But
Yes.
then again, I said, whenever I asked my mother something like that, she would always be like, if it was your business, I'd have told you already.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna use that on my children.
So I probably still wouldn't know why there was 10 of that thing over there.
Exactly.
What did I find lately? Oh, I know. She's got an unusually large number of magic eraser. I mean like boxes of them. And she doesn't even have like hardwood floor or anything. And she's got stuff all over the walls. I don't know what the magic eraser was taken off, but but there's a huge amount of them for whatever reason. I
Oh
know.
wow. Maybe she was saving them for you like you may have needed for the kid. And so you wouldn't have to go out and get one. She said, I'm just gonna stock up so she won't have to buy so many. Good answer. Good answer. Okay.
Yeah, it's just wow,
That's
wow,
how my
yeah.
mom, she had boxes and boxes of trash bags that go in your trash can. She had a whole box full of them. And then she had all these plastic forks and stuff. And these were in her closet. And so I was like, what in the world? But yeah,
Yeah, I
books
did
and
find
everything.
my mother's had false teeth since she was really young. She had some disease and lost her teeth. But she had, the little plastic container you soak them in at night?
Yes.
Eight.
Oh wow.
Do you wear those out? How what?
Maybe every time she got a new box or something, or in a set or something, she got a new container. And she, didn't want to throw anything away. Like my mama, she didn't want to throw anything away. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm traumatized now. I need it all to go.
Well, then you need to find your trash removal service.
I
And then,
think I could just pay them and do it, right?
yeah,
I've been just making sure every day stuff leaves and
that's
doesn't come
good.
in. And that's working to a point. I've got quite a bit out. But I know you said furniture, but you know what? I don't know about your mom's house, but there wasn't anything that was sellable
Oh, okay.
of the furniture, and I
Right.
certainly don't want more furniture in my house. I already had a recliner that she bought and didn't like right away. The over here. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. She had good
Anyway,
furniture, but they didn't want it in the house, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, there wasn't anything over there that was salvageable, I don't think. And that wasn't just because the kid went over there and wrecked everything. We just never had expensive stuff over there, so
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, so or here
Okay.
for that matter. I always somebody's like if somebody comes in when you're not there, I'm like, what are they taking, really? Because I don't even have like I bring the laptop with me, but TVs are ones I got free from Avon years ago when right? So I don't even have stuff that's worth a lot of money in here. They're gonna be pretty disappointed looking here. Although they wouldn't have to fight with the dog because evidently the dog will love them. So anyway, I hope we did some
Okay.
for 2 o'clock already. I hope we did some ideas for like as advertised for invitations. And if you have anything coming up, even when you're doing like Kim, I know you do setups in your yard
hmm
as well. If you know ahead, you could put like a flat card with a few of the dates you're going to be and send them to your neighbors or something.
Oh, yeah. Great idea. Okay.
Because
Yeah, I'll do that.
I do send stuff out pretty regular to, and you know what? The more I'm regular about it, the more orders I'm getting,
Right.
because
Yeah.
I am concentrating more on that. But
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well,
anyway,
thank you.
I did my 10. I hope you did your 10 today,
Who you talk
everybody.
to, Maureen?
And
Oh,
and
mm-hmm.
I'm going to hopefully put this replay up and they won't have a problem with it. But anyway, if you need any help, be sure to message me because
All
I'm
right.
around this weekend because I was down there already. Just
Mm-hmm.
so I know I'm ridiculous. I'm going to be a mess in Vegas.
Oh, you are. I know.
Oh, I know. It'd be like,
I
oh, it's
know.
Colin. Oh, and you made me change my ring so I know when it's him now. And then I, oh, it's him.
Exactly. That's right. You change your text too? If he texts you,
Yeah.
it's okay. Very good. Very good.
When it's him,
Yeah.
it's a special ring. So
Yes,
I
yes.
drop everything and lose it. I know. It's ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. Okay.
All right.
Everybody, love you. Appreciate you.
Right. Thank
Talk
you.
to you later.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Maureen, for co-hosting. Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay.